Hey everybody, I am Bill Culp and welcome to Staff Connections, and today I'm going to try to hit you with your best shot. And you know the premise of this show, it's to get to know those who are working for you each and every day and making a difference. Why? Not just because you matter, but they matter. And join us, hitting us with our best shot, Jackie Ritter. How you doing there, Jackie?
All right, how are you? Good morning.
That's your song, right? A walk-up song? All right, so what do you like about that song?
I feel like the last couple years, that's what it's felt like for us, right?
I got you.
I mean, hey, we're still standing though.
We are still standing. All right, so give us some background here. All right, because I was reading I was trying to figure out what you teach because, you know, obviously you're a smart cookie. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. So tell us what you do. Yeah.
I teach the AP Capstone program, so it's an AP program, 2 years, AP Seminar and then AP Research. AP Seminar, the kids get all the foundational skills they need for really their future. It's reading, writing, researching, presentations. It's no joke, but these kids work really hard and they get all those skills they need, and then in year 2 they conduct their own research. So they fill what we call a crack in the sidewalk in a field of research that they choose. So we've had some really awesome projects that the kids have done.
I hope you got that, everybody, because that's a mouthful. All right, so now is that like one of those classes that you can get college courses like credit for it? Okay.
Yes.
So you got to pass a certain exam and things like that.
So the kids can get an AP Capstone certificate, and then if they take a certain number of other AP classes and score a 3 or better on the exam, they can get an AP Capstone diploma. And our kids who go away to college come back and tell us that not only are the skills really helpful and earning them credit, but a lot of the kids are getting early internships and early opportunities to do research. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right. Almost sounds like a home model, the capstone.
Yes. There you go.
I'll take the capstone.
It's very fancy.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty good, though. All right, so you've been teaching 20 years here at Springford,
Yes.
23 total, right?
Correct.
All right, so is it always been at the high school, and where were you previously for the 3 years?
So I taught in Delaware for 3 years at a private school called St. Mark's. So it was a great place to start, but I knew I always wanted to come back home, raise our family here in district. So we've been back in town for 20 years now.
Back in town. All right. So and you went to
I went to Methacton.
Oh,
yeah,
that's okay. That's not PV.
No, exactly. So, there you go.
So you're good. You're good. You're
and
good.
it was a long time ago.
So. It's not that long. You probably graduated 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right, so you moved here. You got 3 kids, right?
2.
Or 2?
Two
married?
kids.
Okay,
Yes.
and then you have a son and a daughter?
No, I have
two
daughters.
daughters, that's right.
2 daughters. Maddie's a junior here, and Lily's in 8th grade. So.
How's that, by the way? The child seeing you at work, do you drop it off and things? Is that? Who do you think enjoys it more?
I think I do, but she's a good sport about it. So.
Mom's famous. It's always a kick, like when you're like the high school teacher, your child comes, because you're like you're known everywhere. Right. Everywhere you go, if you go to Target, you go to Giant, everybody's like, this is right. You're like, oh god, Mom's a rock star.
They're like, oh, you have to talk to somebody everywhere we go.
Yeah. All right, so now one of the things I found interesting was one of the things you said you loved about teaching. So you made 2 points. Number one, you said you learn every day.
Mm-hmm.
You learn something every day.
Absolutely.
And then you also made a point that the kids make you laugh. Mm-hmm. They usually make you laugh. And so I thought that was like kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if you can elaborate on that. Like what's something, maybe you learn.
Especially with the program that we teach, the kids are doing their own research. So they're doing something that they're interested in. So to keep up with them, we're constantly, my co-teacher Julie and I are constantly researching along with them. So I'm learning about things that I never thought I'd learn about, especially at my age. But so the kids are just so excited about what they're doing that we want to know more, and we want to obviously help them. So we're constantly learning more, and I mean, it's the best job because every day is different, and the kids, they just make me laugh. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's got to be neat. I mean, especially that they're sort of at that age level where you can kind of, they're getting that sense of humor and things like that at this thing. So it must be kind of fun. All right, I agree. All right.
Yeah.
So one of the things you mentioned Brussels sprouts is your favorite food.
I love Brussels sprouts. Roasted Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roasted. Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, how do you prepare? Like, what's the best way to make the Brussels sprouts?
A little bit of olive oil, some garlic, roast them. I don't know. Like just.
Yeah. You ever use the what is it called? The air fryer. Does the air fryer work pretty good?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Brussels sprouts. I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Weird.
All right. So you'd love to go to Singapore?
I would someday.
Now, why? What's so intriguing about Singapore?
I want to see a lot of different places. Probably someday when I can retire. But my co-teacher and I, we actually, years ago when we were training for this program, we met a teacher who teaches at an American school in Singapore, and it just sounds beautiful.
It sounds nice. It sounds interesting. All right. Now, I got a couple questions for you, by the way, because I picked up on, I looked this up this morning because, you're a fan of Greatest Show Ever is Friday Night Lights.
Yes. 100%.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
Okay.
In
gosh.
Which city is Friday Night Lights set? Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, or Dillon?
Dillon, Texas.
Okay. All right. What is the team on which the show Friday Night focuses on? Do you know what their nickname is? The Dillon what?
They're the Panthers.
That's correct.
Yeah.
They are the Panthers.
It's been years since I watched.
All right. This person was the one who conceived the idea for the show and also directed the movie. Do you know who did that? Either Peter Berg, Chuck Lorre.
Peter Berg. It was
Peter Berg. That is correct.
Based on a book.
Correct. What book?
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah. All right. Brian Williams. I guess he's a character on there.
Okay.
He has a middle name in the series. Is it Smash, Boom Boom, Hit, or Dunk?
It's Smash.
That is Smash.
Yeah.
You're pretty good. All right. Jason Street was forced to quit the team as a result of what? Was it a spine injury? Problems with the coach? He was a bad player, or a broken leg?
He had a spinal injury.
That was true.
First episode, I think. Yeah.
Oh my God! All the characters in the show are related to this institution. Is it the coffee shop, Dillon High School, Dillon University College, or the Harvard Rowing Club?
Dillon High School.
That's right.
Yeah.
Some of these aren't too bad. These aren't too bad. All right. So Friday Night Lights, huh?
Yeah.
Did you like the movie, or did you like the TV show more?
Actually, when I was in high school, I took a sports and literature class, and that was one of the books we read. We read Friday Night Lights, loved it. Movie was okay.
Yeah.
It was Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
But Kyle Chandler, he's Coach Taylor,
Coach
no
Taylor.
question. Yeah.
The TV show. That's kind of rare that you get the TV show that's better than the movie. But all right, so I never watched the Friday Night Lights. All right, so one of the other things interesting in reading your bio there, you are an ordained minister. So you've had what, 9?
I'm probably up to almost 20 probably. Yeah, it started years ago. I performed my sister's ceremony, and then just by word of mouth, people found out, and I married actually a former colleague's daughter and her husband, and then I started performing ceremonies for coworkers and friends. And I've even performed ceremonies for a couple former students now. So it's the best. It's
That's
so
pretty
fun.
neat. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Is it good bank?
No. But it's such a cool thing to be a part of. So.
Right. I mean, like, what kind of preparations do you got to think about, like, what you're going to say each time, like, according to, I'm assuming it changes depending on who's.
So I usually meet with the couple, and we talk about what they want, and I put together a ceremony, and we work on tweaking it so it's exactly what they want it to be. And I mean, I've done 10-minute ceremonies and I've done, full long ceremonies with readings and,
Yeah.
and music, and so it's,
Gotcha. Is it hard to get ordained? Is it like hard? Like it's a long process? Or
no, I got
No?
ordained online. It was a quick process.
Oh.
So, but it's
I might do it today.
there you go.
I might
Caught
do
my
it.
competition.
Yeah, that's right. I don't mean that. I just want to talk in front of people, just a group of
It
strangers.
is. It's fun because
Yeah.
it's such a great day and everybody's so excited and
Yeah. Well, see, it kind of relates to that. So one of the things you said, if you weren't teaching, you'd be an event planner. Like, what would be like an ultimate event that you would
my
love to like plan for?
I don't
You know, I'm trying to think if it's like, would it be like a wedding? Would it be like the Oscars, something to do with like
goodness,
a
that's a big
Hollywood
deal.
or?
I don't know. I feel like a maybe a big fundraiser would be a good time. Raising money for a good cause, and if there's a business who said, have at it,
Yeah.
and gave me an unlimited,
Yeah,
budget
unlimited
to
budget.
set it up, yeah, that would be great.
So is that easy when you do it at home? Like, there's a lot of people I know stress. Like, any type of event, it's like the stress kicks in about preparing, getting everything out. And
We do. We host a lot in our house. So my husband, he cooks. He's a really good cook. So
Yeah.
I just do what he tells me to do, and I like to decorate
Yeah.
and set the table,
Set it
and
up.
so yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Do you ever eat fish?
Sometimes.
We ate a fish on a race.
Did.
So what happened?
Oh gosh.
I wish I had a real goldfish here where you just drop it.
Well, there is a video. So.
Oh, there we go.
So we used to, actually, Mrs. German, who teaches here also, and two other friends, we used to go to these races in Philadelphia. It was called the Great Urban Race. They don't do it anymore. And it was kind of like the Amazing Race, but it was in one city in one day. And we placed first in Philadelphia one year. So we went to nationals in Puerto Rico. So you have different activities or different challenges that you have to do, and some are like puzzles, or some are physical challenges, and there's usually like one where you have to eat something weird, like I ate mealworms once, and so we got to the location in Puerto Rico for one of the challenges, and there was a bucket of goldfish, and your adrenaline's pumping, you want to win, and I swallowed the goldfish. And one of our friends is
Do you
a
even
science
taste it?
teacher. No, she's like, as soon as it hit your stomach, it was dead. It was
Is
fine.
it?
I'm like, okay.
So the animal activists are probably.
I know.
That's
Like, is this wrong?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
but
right.
it's a
that's
fish.
Right. Yeah, it's a fish. Yeah, it's true. There's billions of them. Okay, I got you. All right. So, I noticed, speaking of, traveling, the national parks. You would love to see
I
every
would love
national
to.
park. Have you been to any? Like, what would you recommend for anybody out there? Like a national park that you've been to that you love?
Yellowstone was probably one of my favorites. We haven't been to a ton. We had this, dream that when the girls were old enough, we were going to rent an RV and we were going to tour the national parks, and they're not really into it. So.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's something you're into.
Maybe I have to wait.
All right. Well, speaking of dreams, last question.
Okay.
All right. Dream in the future. You're about to retire. Okay. Calling it quits. Mrs. Ritter's going to retire. What do you want your legacy? What do you want to be remembered for as you
Oh my goodness.
leave?
That I cared, that, every kid knew when they came through this classroom, they had someone, you're going to make me get emotional here,
That's all right.
that they had someone who was in their corner. So,
All right.
yeah.
That's a perfect answer. Hey, everybody, come join Mrs. Ritter here in the corner. Come see her in the corner. Try to find that video of her swallowing that goldfish.
Gosh.
Whatever. Might see her running. She's pretty active, paddleboard and doing some other things and things like that. Maybe she can cater your wedding and even be the ordained minister. What do you think about that? Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Until next time, I'm Bill Cole, Staff Connections. Thanks for watching, everybody.